If father has no pity on me, he will hit me, but I will submit to this punishment." Then he carried them down and put them on the dry grass. He left them for a while. When he came back to these sacks, he put the dry grass on fire around them. When the grass was burning, the fire went to the sacks. The father who was in the sack felt hot and moved the sack, because he was afraid that the fire would burn his sack, but he could not get out. That boy came running from somewhere and exclaimed, "Gee, who burned my sacks? How can I come through because the fire is burning around like this?" Then he stood outside of the fire and exclaimed until the fire was burning the father's sack. The boy jumped into the fire and dragged the sack from the fire. As the fire was burning the tie of the sack, the father appeared from the sack. His body was hot and his hair was scorching. The son coaxed him, "Hi, father, why didn't you tell your son? If I hadn't saved you from the fire, maybe the fire would have burnt you alive, and mother would have been a widow." The man was so angry, he could not say anything. Then he went home without saying anything. He was weary, because his future son-in-law had dragged him from the fire as well. The fire had burned his body and scorched his hairs. At home, he told the boy to go home and come again in the morning. The boy went back and came at night to hide under the house to listen to his future parents-in-law plans. At night, his future parent-in-law went to bed and made another plan. The husband asked his wife, "How can I find the trick to break him off from our daughter? This boy is very clever, but we can't give our daughter to him because he is not fit for our daughter. Yesterday, he knew that I was in the sack. He swung that sack which I was in against the stone and set a fire to burn me alive. Now how can we make another plan?" The wife told him, "Now I have a plan. Tomorrow, you will pretend to be a master and tell him to be a dog. Then you and he go hunting tortoise in the bush. But you make him creep like a dog. If he cannot find the tortoise or cannot crawl after you, we will break off his engagement with our daughter." The husband agrees to wife's plan and said, "It's fine. Tomorrow, I will do as you say." They slept. The boy under their home knew their plans and went home and bought some tortoise. He put all the tortoise in the bush everywhere. Then he went back home to sleep. At dawn, he went to serve his future parent-in-law. They asked their daughter to give him some food to eat and said to him, "Son, today I want to hunt tortoise, but we don't have any dog. Now you are a dog, I am your master, and we will go hunting some tortoise for dinner." The boy said cheerfully, "Yes." The father carried the food and water. The boy crawled after him. When they arrived in the bush where the boy tied the tortoise, the dog boy ran